Yo, what's up guys? You're here for the review video. I start off with TomGoh40. Before I start, I want to say Killer Voorhees and Muncha Eax. I have sent you guys a friend request because I actually think Muncha Eax, I by accident removed you. I'm not 100% sure if that was you, but I think I did. And Killer Voorhees, I think you didn't add me yet. I'm not 100% sure, but just add me. um, or accept my request, and I'll do your video later uh, later on if you do it today. Sorry for that. That's my fault. At least for Muncha Chiax, I think I by accident remove him, but you'll get your review as soon as you accept it again. Okay, TomGoh40 asked me, could you help me out with my runes and monsters? I really need suggestions on rune changes, improvements, and what monsters I should keep or get rid of. So first, what monsters should I keep and what should I get rid of? And secondly, runes. Okay, let's get into it. Monsters. I already saw this. He has a lot of good monsters, and I understand he has a hard time saying. But I mean, I'll go about this. Keep. This one is probably not the best, but I would keep it. Keep. You do need. Yeah, I think you should even keep Lulu for now, because you don't only have Amon as a good support. So are really good. The Water Vampire, I don't think it's a great unit, so that's definitely not a keep. The Fire Lich is not a keep. The Wind Parrot is a keep. Shannon is a keep. The Living Armor is not really a keep. You got so many good units, I wouldn't keep him. The Bernard or the Wind Griffin is a keep because that could be useful for giants. Ramagas is a keep. Chloe is definitely a keep. Wind Lich is a keep. Brownie Magician is also definitely a keep. Water of the Night, I would not suggest you to fuse it away. I would just save it until you get a wind or fire that night and feed this one to it. But it's definitely one of the less usable dead knights. Not a keep, not a keep, not a keep. Michelle is not really needed, and then behind that I don't think you have anything that you should keep anymore. Michelle, you could keep Michelle because she actually has some uses in some defensive stuff. Because what is cool with Michelle, I'll quickly tell you. Block flow recovers the HP. Acknowledges the time. So he adds basically adds the time to beneficial effects, and he shortens the time of harmful effects, and gives them a heal and cleanse them, if I'm correct. So if you would combine Epicon Priest with the Fire Epicon Priest, for example, you could do Fanatic, and then you could do beneficial or the block heal, and you would get 2 turns of invincibility and 3 turns of immunity, which is quite insane. But that's just a little fun thing to do. Okay, for what you should focus on in like the units, I would suggest picking like 8 or something, or 6 that you want to focus on for PvP and PvE. I think you should definitely focus on your Chloe as well, because your Chloe is really strong. It's an awesome unit. I would definitely say you should focus on that. And I think you need to focus a little bit on your Wind Lich, because you do need a good speed leader, and she's a great speed leader. So I think these two are definitely units you want to focus on as well. And then for Arena, your Lucian is pretty awesome. Your Megan is a good unit for Arena. Together with Chloe, Katrina is a good arena monster. And Tyron is. Oh, I actually have Tyron. Wait. Sorry for that. I meant you don't need to focus on the Wind Lich. It is a bit faster speed leader, but this one is fine as well. Keep it at Tyron. So for arena attack, I would definitely make your Tyron your leader. So what should I focus on for units? That's then Tyron. This is for arena mostly. Tyron, Lucian, Megan, Chloe. Where is Chloe? Chloe and Katrina. That's mostly for arena. For PvE, Sigmaris for War. Think Julie, Verdale, Orochi. This is going to be Acasis with the Wind Sylphid and the Blight Bearman. That's the units I would focus on. You have a lot of units, so it's really hard for you to focus on all the units, but you have so many good units, it's amazing. I would just start off where, like, for example, if you go for PvE, start off with your PvE team, like, make sure some of the units. But let's go through some of the runes. I'll say the best units you have here, I'll talk about them that I just talked about, which you should use. You went Fatal Blade with some crit damage, and you got a nice % crit rate, so I think that's a good option. I think you're doing great with this. I would definitely just keep it like this. Then we go for Hawa. Hawa is runed with speed and a decent amount of accuracy. Let's check it out. He has speed rune, that's fine. Attack %, cool. Accuracy, yeah. I would definitely try to upgrade this a bit more so you get 100%. Definitely awesome rune. I would not change anything on her, to be honest. Man, I can't believe that you asked me to help you, because I think you have a very good idea on what you want to do. Tyron, I would actually go something different. Tyron is probably gonna be your arena speed leader, but she doesn't have to be the fastest, because you need your Megan or your Chloe to be the fastest. And actually, if you get your Chloe the fastest, the unit in your team, Tyron doesn't need speed. So what I would suggest for you is, instead of going Swift Focus, go with Despair Focus, and then accuracy % on 6, attack % on 4, and attack % on 2. That's what I would do. So Despair Focus with accuracy % on 6. Then we got Julie. I would also, for Julie, I would suggest you again Despair Focus. The reason for that is she has, let me check, this is a 2x attack, so that has a pretty good chance of getting a stun on. This has a freeze on its own, which is great, and this is a big AoE where she throws a lot of cards, which is a good chance of stunning the enemy. And as for PvE, it's very useful, but also for PvP. So I would go with Despair Focus on this unit as well, the same as Tyron. Then we go for Megan. Megan is one of your units that you want to have fast, but I think, yeah, you ruin them. The runes are fine with her, but I think what you want to do is make your Chloe super fast. So when you rune up your Chloe and get him up, make him Swift Energy. I think that's good, or Swift Endure. Well, you don't need him Swift Endure. No, Swift Energy seems to be the best. And then the highest speed rune you can get on 2. And then on all the substats you want to have speed. You want to try to aim to get over 210 speed total. So if you awaken her, she gets 15 more, so that's 110. So you want to get 100 more speed on her, plus 100. That's what you want to aim for. And then we got Verdale. You went for a nice amount of crit with speed blade, that's good. I would definitely suggest you to try to get some more substats and get that to 100% at some point at least. You already have here a plus 15 speed rune. I would actually suggest you, if you do not have another 6-star speed rune, you could put this on your Chloe, and then just go with Swift and a Blade rune and another good rune, because it's important to get your Chloe as fast as possible. I think that's one of the units you want to have, because you also have Katrina here, which is a really good combination with Chloe. And to be honest, Chloe is going to be useful in PvP, but also PvE, so I think that's really something you want to do. And then you could switch out this rune for another speed rune, but just a 5-star, for example. You could keep this rune obviously if you have another one for Chloe, that's also fine. Then we got Lucian. Fatal Blade, I would personally, you need to have the good runes obviously, but I personally would go Rage Blade like Katrina, but I'm guessing you used the Rage Blade on Katrina. And you did, so you might need to get them. So Fatal Blade is fine for now, but eventually you want to switch over to Rage Blade, because then Lucian will do a lot more overall damage. Selena, I think she's a fine unit, but I wouldn't do anything with her. I would just leave her alone. Then we got Katrina. Katrina is definitely, you ruined him correctly, but you're still searching for some of the runes, some of the nice runes you already have. So it's just good. Orochi I would rune differently that you did. I would go with Blade and Focus runes. Basically what you want to do is get his crit and accuracy as high as you can, and you did rune those 2 runes there. But I would use the Blade set and the Focus set to get up to the 100% mark on both stats. So I would suggest to put more a Focus set in and another Blade set, and then you would be fine. Now we have our cases. I would definitely suggest you start using her when she's awakened and stuff, and then I would go with Despair Focus and an accuracy percent on 6 and the rest HP percent. Now we got Amon. You actually ruined him fine, full energy with almost 100% crit, so that's good. And Lulu is just ruined with the leftovers, I think. But besides that, I think Lulu is not gonna do much anymore for you when you have your Amon and your cases leveled up. So I think this is actually enough info for you to get through this, because you already know what you're doing. I would definitely suggest getting your Chloe up to the fastest, and I would, if you do not have another speedrun, use this one on the Chloe. And yeah, try to get Chloe up, and your Katrina is gonna be awesome together with Chloe. But also any other unit will team up very well with Chloe. And Tyrone, for example, will be Despair focused because of Chloe, basically. And that's really good. Okay, this was the first review for TomGoh40, and I'll now go to the second one, so I'll be right back on the second account. Yo, welcome back. Second review in this video goes to Chokazu. He asked me before I said that I wanted to have really specific questions, because his is a bit vague. He said, can you tell me what to do better in Arena? Well, first of all, if you ask me what you can do better, could you please provide me with the information what you're using right now, and what I can watch your monster, but I have no clue what you're using right now. So it's quite hard for me to say something. Well, first of all, I will see that you have some really good monsters here, and I'll just go through your monsters a little bit and check out what I think will be a great attack team and a great defense team. That's what I'm gonna do. Your defense team looks probably something like Fire Dead Knight, Wind Dead Knight. Let me think. You have 2. What the fuck? You have another 2 Fire Dead Knights? Oh my god. Dude, that's insane. You could just do 3 Fire Dead Knights. Go with it. Now 3 would be insane, but 1, 2, make a third Dead Knight, would that be good? And then, what is his skill? Only water units? Yeah, only water units. That sucks. 3 Dead Knights, that's insane. You also have the new unit already, a dark one even. Interesting. Interesting. I definitely think these Dead Knights, combining 2 of them together is really strong. And having a reviver and a healer there, that is actually really strong. But I must say I'm a bit flabbergasted what I should do, and you have so many Dead Knights, what the heck? I'm jealous. I think Aerial is definitely a good unit for defense. I think Fire Dead Knight and a Wind Dead Knight are. And since you have 2 more Dead Knights, you should definitely think of using 2 Fire Dead Knights in defense. And then maybe like 2 healers, for example. Because that could work out pretty well. You might even consider your Brownie Magician here. Because he will be able to buff you with some damage and remove beneficial effects, which is pretty good. But it's really tough for me to say what is good for your arena, because you have a lot of options here. Fucking 3 Fire Dead Knights. How would that be on defense? Yo, good luck killing that. And then the water sucks that you don't have the fire one yet. Fire Archangel. It would be OP, but I would definitely go with, for now, Fire Arnold, Wind Arnold, Ariel. He needs to be 6 stars at some point. And what else? What's a good team leader? Maybe this is a maybe decent team leader. Wait, don't you have something like HP percent? Because that will help your oh, Darien could also be pretty good. It will make them quite hard to kill, and they have to focus on Darien. That's actually not bad. That's something I would do, I think. Darien plus Ariel plus the Fire Dead Knight and a Wind Dead Knight. Okay, for offense, I kind of do not. Well, on offense, I do like the Water Griffin, but not on defense. So I wouldn't put it on defense because, as you can see, he's only like 12k health, and he's probably dead in 1 hit of a wind unit. So definitely not. I would never take him with you. Also, your Katarina is kind of meh when it comes to offense and definitely defense, because you don't have Chloe, if I'm correct. The only way you could shield him up is with Neil. Oh my god, there's so many good units. That is insane! This could be a good defense unit as well, the Sylphid. So what I wanted to say is that I would not recommend you Katarina as a very good unit. You could definitely use him on offense, and I think he will do fine, but his short of discharge is a bit of a long shot, to be honest, because most of the time you will not be able to use this to this full potential, because you need to kill a unit with Soul Reaper, but that's definitely possible. I think your offense would look something like I think I would go for the tanky units, like take Bryant and Aerials together, like the healer support units, and then go, for example, for Fire Dead Knight plus Seeker Marus, or Fire Dead Knight and Katrina, or maybe the Katrina plus Seeker Marus. But I think I would definitely go for Arnold instead, because Arnold is just gonna live longer, and Katrina will be useful when she gets the immunity shield and all that. So I think that's something really good. And you got the light Amazon, which is an awesome one-shot unit. So this is definitely a good unit when you fight some of the tankier teams. You could just take her instead of your Katrina, and then you could like almost one-shot a big tank or do a big chunk of damage and then kill him with your Arnold. But I really want to know what you actually have trouble with in arena. What I would say is make your Ariel 6-star next, and what should I else say? There's something else I want to add. Oh yeah, and your Darien, I would make him at least a 5-star, but also a 6-star eventually, because that is really strong for your defense. But Ariel is something that you want a 6-star, because that unit is great when it comes to offense plus also defense. It's just an awesome heal unit. You can make the games a lot longer. And together with Lin and the Fire that night, you could basically kill anything with that combination. But also you could go for the second Fire that night. You could do 2 extortion, being what, like 25k damage, which is pretty cool. Eventually I would definitely go for the second Fire that night, since you have 2. But I'm not 100% sure what you could do better in Arena. For regards what I told you, I don't know if I told you anything new. You have so many options, but I kind of want to know what your point is, because I know it's quite vague. What could I do better in Arena? Well, I have no clue what you're doing in Arena, so let me know. Yeah, sorry for that I cannot help you out that much, but if you let me know in the comments, I could check it out again when I have a bit more information for you, and then maybe give a bit better review for that. Yeah, this was the review for you, and I'll go on to the next one. The next one will be fiddle04, so be right back. Okay, welcome back. I'm now doing the third review in this video. This will be fiddle04. Fiddle04 asked me what could I do regarding runes and awakening, and then he said I awakened my copper 6-star, almost level 40. My runes are pretty good so far, but doesn't compare to your copper damage. What would you like to know? Would like to know what you changed, if anything. So let's see what he all has. He has a Camellia, Fire Detonate, a Orochi, and a Copper. Really awesome units. Also, let's check a bit further down the road if he has anything special. Nope, but he has really good units. The only thing I do miss, no, I don't really miss anything. I mean, we have a speed leader, but it's a Orochi, which makes it a bit like you kind of need to go for the wind, or you need Bernard to keep up with other units, but you also need Megan to give you a buff. Well, you don't need it, but it's useful. That's what I want to say. So regarding awakening, I'm not 100% sure what you want to ask there, because you don't have anything to awaken anymore. Only your pixie is good to awaken, but for the rest you don't really have an awakening. You have awakened everything already that you want to, so only your pixie could be awakened, and that's it. So let's just check the runes out on your units and if I would do something different. Camellia, 20k health is pretty good. With Fatal Energy, that's pretty impressive. With 1200, pretty impressive, this guy. He must have some nice runes over here, and he does. Not all of them are great, but I think that's a very good combination, having a decent amount of health, a decent amount of attack, some good defense. That really helps this unit, providing you with a great defensive unit. So I definitely would put Camellia on your defense. Then we got Arnold. Now, awesome unit, one of the best units to have for arena defense and offense. It's really strong unit. I won't say it's the best, but it's a definitely good unit. Also, Camellia plus Arnold on defense, amazing. I think a lot of people will not like to fight that. Then we got Orochi. You actually already 6-starred him, so I'm kind of jealous because I want to 6-star mine, but I have prioritized my Belladon over him for now. You got some nice crits, some accuracy, decent amount of attack, really good. I think I wouldn't change anything. I would try to get the last 3%, so I think if you upgrade this one more time you get 3, or you get 2. I'm not 100% sure, but you definitely want to go over that. Just get that 100% right. Then we got copper. Let's check it out. You get a nice resistance. That's really good because you will need that. We got a defense rune here, 6-star vampiric rune here, and another 6-star. Ooh, I want that. I still need to get that. I haven't been finding any guard runes that were 6-star defense, so that's kind of annoying. You got some really great runes here. You got a substar plus 13. I think this copper will be close to my copper if you just plus 6, plus 15 these two runes. I wouldn't actually not. No, I would not. Well, obviously, I would try to replace this for a 6-star rune, but that's it. And I would just keep these two runes on. I mean, obviously, if you could get another rune that is a defense rune and guard, it would be amazing. But that's a bit too much to ask if you ask me at least. So I think I would. This is definitely good. Just get them up to plus 15, and get these 2 runes up to plus 9, and then this one I would suggest you to upgrade this to plus 15 as well, because he has a good subset defense, and the defense on this rune will help quite a bit as well. Then we got Rina. I would not suggest you to do too much with them. I wouldn't even put her on defense. She's not worth it. She's definitely not worth to being a 6-star either. For me, I think I would definitely not 6-star her. I would definitely go for a 6-starring Julene. That's a song, right? Julene. I have to check that out after this video. Definitely would 6-star this unit after, and I would go, if I were you, I would make him like Despair Blade or Fatal Blade. You could, well, Fatal Blade is maybe better. Let's stay with Fatal Blade. I'm thinking, because the Despair Blade would be good as well. The reason for that is that I want to make a team where that's based on your wind units, basically. I'm thinking, let me think. Orochi leader, Bernard, with either Megan or the Pixie. And you could go, well, you could go with Copper then, right? Okay, you could do two things in my eyes for the win team. That is then Orochi leader plus Bernard plus Copper, and then plus Shannon or Megan. This way you will have a very strong. 2 of these units are very strong to one-hit one guy. Like, you could just take out their threat and then just be fine, because you won't die that fast after that. You could also go with a bit more, a bit slower team, but a real tank team, like like Arnold plus Copper plus Megan, and then Megan needs to be quite fast, faster than she is now. And then let me see, Copper, Bernard, no, Copper, Arnold, Megan, and I would definitely, then I would actually put in Camellia as well. That would be a really good team, but I would definitely make your Megan super fast on. She needs to have like 230 speed in total to make that team really strong, because otherwise your Megan will die, and then the other 3 units are still good enough to kill the rest, but you will miss the buff, which is kinda annoying. You could also take Megan out and put Bernard in, and then you might say, but then I don't have buffs. That's true, but Bernard could potentially be faster because it's high base speed, and you could speed up the rest of your team when you can take out like 1 or 2 units together with Copper and Arnold. So that could be something that's pretty okay. But I would definitely make the team Megan, Copper, Arnold, and Camellia for like more grindy matches, and for like if they don't have a very strong setup where they're like kind of weak units, I would definitely go with Orochi, Copper, Bernard, and Julian. But then your Bernard needs to become faster, or your Megan needs to be faster. One of the two. Actually, both need to be fast, because the best setup you have against a speed team would be probably Orochi, Copper, Megan, and Bernard. Like Bernard needs to be fast enough to go first, then your Megan should go, and then Orochi and the Copper should go. That would be a great team to just take on those squishy teams that actually only have 1 or 2 DPS guys that you could take out with. Copper could take out one with his last skill, and Orochi could take out one with his last skill, and then you can just wither them down with the third poison and the defense break or the slam. Yeah, I don't know what I would say against you anymore. I would definitely, what I would work on if I were you is actually your Bernard, making him a lot faster, getting this rune up to plus 15, and also your Megan, make him a lot faster. Try to find a 5-star or 6-star speed rune and plus that to plus 15, because those two units will give you a lot more wins in arena just because of the speed. The rest of your team is awesome. Like the 4 top 6-star units are really good. Consider Julian to be one of the units that you could use as well, to have a bit more heavy AoE damage. You could also make him in a bit more control role, because the showtime hit everything and has a chance to stun, but the spared would be a bit more. So yeah, that was it, man. I hope it was useful for you. Let me know if you need to know anything else. And I got one more review, and then I am done with this video, because the other 2 people that I need to do still need to accept me. So yeah, plus the video is already pretty long. I actually think I should not do the review in this video. I think I should keep it at 3, but then wait till the other one add me and then make the other 2. So I think I'll do that. So I'll finish this this video, and then Nelly, you have to wait a bit longer till the other 2 person, but I know you a bit better, so I think it's fine. That it's not a big deal for you to wait a bit longer. I think if it's a big deal, then it's my fault. So let me quickly check if they already add me, but then no, okay. When these 2 guys add me, I will do another video with you in there, Nelly. So don't worry, you'll come up soon enough. I just have to wait a bit. Okay. See you guys later in another video. Hope you like this kind of review. It's a bit long video, but I did 3 persons. I will put in the description what time which person starts, so you can just check out your own part. And this will make it a lot easier for me, because now I just spend an hour on 3 guys instead of an hour on 1 guy. Okay, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys later.